Maybe he spares them and he just picks the one he likes. Hi everyone, it's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe and go follow me on my Twitch and my other YouTube channel. Those things down below. Also my Patreon, where I have more content on there that I don't post here.
Ted, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Sarah.
What's your costume? Are you a caveman?
You ever see Return of the Jedi? It was kind of a small independent film, mostly Israeli financed.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to be reacting to House of Dragon episode, season 2, episode 7.
You stand before the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms with a dragon of House Targaryen. What do you want?
To learn the ways of dragon riders and to serve my queen.
Oh, perfect! I thought so. I
Your
hoped.
Grace.
You kneel quickly for a man so suddenly elevated.
This dragon came to me.
Stand. Your ancestors. Any of House Targaryen.
We're not the sort of family to keep annals, Your Grace.
What is your name?
Adam of Hull.
You have done something I feared impossible. Adam of Hull. Think you can get him to Dragonstone?
I can try.
I already like them as a pair. I feel he really needed this and kind of almost deserves it from the small amount that we know of his character, because he wants more, he wants to live more, he wants to do more, he wants to be more, and then a dragon falls in his lap. It wasn't even something that he had to work for or go and find. A dragon found him, so that even sends more of a god searched for me. I mean, I would think that it would build someone's ego, but because he was born and or grew up so lowborn, or comes off lowborn, didn't exactly have this "you're so special" mentality from his parents that was fed to him. It's just the amount of confidence that's probably needed for him to do more, but not so much that he's going to just be overly cocky and annoying character with it.
All my life, I have endeavored to serve both my house and the realm. Somehow none of it matters. We are cast aside.
You'll have a scar. It will be easily hidden.
Nothing is clean here.
Kind of killed all the rat catchers. It seems like a personal problem.
I wish to go out, Sir Ricard. Just you.
What are they for? The block or the crow cage?
The wall.
Well, they started a riot. Justice is served, I suppose. They've received word of a matter of great importance. Rumor of the sighting of the dragon sea smoke with the rider. If you consider it valuable, perhaps you could deliver it. Find favor with Aemond yourself. It must surely be the Lady Rhaena.
She tried already. She was 4 and 10. The beast sea smoke very nearly devoured her. Perhaps this is one of those whispers best left to the wind.
He has a little bit of hesitancy, also, with something that could be true being shared with someone who's less controllable, because he doesn't really want him to have any more information than he already has, giving him even more power than he already does have, because he's a lot more power, Aemon, than Aegon at the moment. And I'm sure this guy is rooting for Aegon's recovery, considering he was a lot more close to him. He's a lot more emotionally motivated. So, to the manipulator's perspective, he's just an easier king to manipulate. Whereas Aemon is a wild card. It's not even a loose cannon, because you can get used to a loose cannon. He's a wild, you don't know what he's thinking, what he's doing, and you definitely at least know that he doesn't respect you. Based off of, I would never make you the hand, you killed your own family, how could I trust you as king when you can't even be loyal to your own blood?
What of the rider? Do we know who he is?
He appears to be a shipwright in your employ, Lord Hand.
The lowborn cannot go around seizing dragons.
She wishes him to be instructed in the art of dragon riding, and that I should teach him some High Valyrian.
Save that he is lowborn. What say you, Lord Hand?
Well,
We will await the Queen's accounting.
Where's the Queen?
Her Grace sends word she will not be attending.
Sea smoke chose him. He surely has Targaryen There will be others. We will find riders for Vermithor and Silverwind.
You trust this man?
Without him, I have only Cyrax, who may give Aemond a second thought. The question is where to look.
You are better served looking under the sheets and in the woodpile. I once worked in a pleasure house where generations of Targaryen princelings had their revels. The misbegotten offspring of your house.
You speak of the lowborn.
They are as like to serve you as highborn lords or ladies, perhaps more.
But in the highborn houses there is honor.
Your royal half-brothers who wage war against you, are they bound by honor? The order of things has changed, your grace.
For 20 years, the lords of this realm levied insults at my sons behind my back. Let us raise an army of bastards.
It comes off at first almost inherently not hypocritical, but almost purposely blind to say there's honor amongst purebloods or the truth behind where the bloodlines come from. But you do think immediately about her children and how there's not truth in where your own children come from. Sure, they come from you, but are you going to ignore the other half? Wait.
My lord.
Oh.
My lord. How you have come up in the world?
I wish to ask for leave to relinquish my part as a shipwright in your service.
Your leave is granted. Well done.
It'd be nice if they could just be honest. Seems really obvious, but also seems like something that you can't just make an accusation of. There could be all sorts of reasons that he has a dragon. He could be related to all sorts of people. Maybe even this guy's uncle. Like, it could be anybody, and you can't just put the blame on him. Plus, it's completely unreasonable to come out with this news now, so conveniently after the fact that he's here at the castle. Like, oh yeah, by the way, it just looks a little bit too convenient. Like, oh really? Now you're gonna bring this up? You should brought this up as an option before it was just because you had to, because he's around, and not after Rhaenys died.
My condolences on the passing of your grandson. But the Crown congratulates you on your ascension to the head of your house.
You were quick enough to dismiss me before.
You're of no significance to me then. You have a decision to make. I presume it is clear to you which is the right one.
It does seem to me that you've made rather a mess here. Countenancing barbarities in the Queen's name.
Whose side are you on?
House Tully swore an oath to King Viserys. We recognize the authority of the named heir, Queen Rhaenyra, and your own, the King Consort.
Then we shall go to face your vassals, and you will call your banners to war.
That might be difficult, my king. Though it is yet to be seen that they will heed my authority as young as it is. And there is another problem.
No.
They'll hate you.
I don't need their love. I need their swords.
Be welcome, my lords. I know I'm of the man my grandsire was, but I hope to begin well and go on from there.
The Rivermen honor the old ways and abide by tradition. Here then is tradition.
And what would that call be?
In his wisdom, he has pledged his house and yours to me.
Why should we now follow a boy when you will align with one who will desecrate the innocent to reach his aims?
I take to heart your words, Lord Piper. And I agree, I am young. And I have no love for Daemon Targaryen. Nevertheless, my best course is to defer to the oath my grandsire swore to King Viserys when he named Rhaenyra his heir, no matter how loathsome I may find her representative, the prince.
King, mind your tongue, boy.
Will you have our army or not? The word of my house stands, even if certain people are unworthy of it.
Okay, chill?
But don't allow my failings to keep you from supporting an upright man.
Old ways call for justice to be done.
Yes. They who bent the knee to the usurper have been brought to heel. And now we unite.
Someone's about to die.
I am Lord Paramount of all river houses. There is only one answer for the crimes you visited upon your neighbors.
Serious?
I did only what his grace required of me.
But you did not have to pursue such savagery. Seize him! If his grace wishes to show contrition for his acts, and to prove himself deserving of our banners, he must now rectify his grievous error.
Oh dear.
Actually,
I've been faithful.
What a weird situation. And just really messed up because he was being loyal to the king and did that as a suggestion from Damon. Young Oscar really stepped up, immediately confident, kind of sassy, really brave even to stand up to Damon and have quick remarks and to know how far to push his dynamic and where to pull back. I mean, he's already playing the game and he just came up in that position.
What is this?
I never wanted it. I was right not to. Crush it, whoever wears it. Do you want it still?
Wow. He's making progress quicker than Damon.
Your progress is impressive, but I'm afraid you must work harder. Let him try again in a few hours.
He is spent.
It will be long before he may rest again.
Of course he could be pushing him selfishly because he knows that he would have less power with Aemon in power rather than Aegon just getting better and being back in power. But he could also be pushing him a little bit out of care because he grew up, like that speech that he gave him in the other episode, he grew up being ridiculed and looked at as a cripple and nothing more deserving, having eyes look at him as either disgusting or we feel bad for you. And I think he's just kind of feeling the same relatability to the king now.
My lord, I have tasks that need your personal attention. The Queen requires ships at her service in King's Landing.
Then wait just outside the harbor, and there'll be a message to carry to one she will name. The Queen has found a new rider for one of her dragons. The rider is your brother. She now makes the call for others. I confess I knew little of your mother's heritage. If it is...
I'm thinking the blood.
My brother was ever restless. I am of Sultan's Sea. I yearn for nothing else.
It's almost a little sad because he just seems way more interested in this child than this other son. And I keep thinking about the hair. He has silver hair like his father and the other one doesn't. But am I missing something? Are they only half related? Like he had that son with a different... He said his brother, and yes, because they're related to each other, but what if they were with two different women? I feel bad. I feel like chat's going to come for me. Like, are you not even paying attention? Oh, please get a dragon.
I will retire now, Sir Rickard.
When does your grace mean to return to the city?
I'm not yet certain I do.
The lowborn claiming dragons. Was it her idea, Lady Massaria? These people are courageous. Mongrels. House Targaryen is the blood of the dragon. If any may lay claim to it, what are we then? What if one of your base-born, silver-haired dragon riders decides he wants to rule the Seven Kingdoms?
Jace, with these riders, we can end a needless war. I may take my rightful place on my father's throne.
And when you die?
You are my heir.
Did you think I would have dark hair? And you took Harwin Strong into your bed. Did you think I might favor him, or did it not cross your mind?
Jaceres.
I'm no fool, Mother. Yet I may argue my legitimacy to succeed you because I have a dragon. And now you say you'll strip that from me too.
I mislike all of this.
Then don't pursue it.
I cannot gainsay that which the gods have laid before me.
Of course, he worded it much better and with more emotion than I did. But yes, that was kind of what I attempted to point out earlier. So, kind of happy that it feels right that you're just bringing more attention to the questionable legitimacy that your own son has to the throne. I really like how emotional he was. I think that he's a really good actor because he looked like he had a lot of emotion in his face, kind of just appalled at his mother and really upset, angry, but also really upset, sad. Like, you're gonna fight so hard to get the throne back for yourself. But at the same move, make it harder for me to get the throne.
Whatever you must, you see that it fighter.
From the Queen. Rhaenyra is recruiting small folk to go to Dragonstone, looking for Targaryen bastards.
That was why he was relevant.
Well, that's a shame, because I'd have been first in line if it wasn't for my injury.
He's saying you can claim a dragon. The barkeep from the Seven Maesters is going, and two of the girls from Mothers.
I can't be sure it's all true.
Come on, Ulf, the time has come. Come on. Can I see a little glimmer?
Why for Ulf, the Dragon Lord?
Ulf, the Dragon Lord!
I don't want you to go.
I have to, Kat. I never knew my father, but I did know my mother. I hid it from you. And I'm sorry for that. She worked in a pleasure house. She was granted more freedom than most because of who she was, and because rich men paid more to fuck a woman with silver hair. She used to tell me I was no different to her brother's boys, Viserys and Daemon. But I was ashamed of her. I could not keep our girl alive if I claimed a dragon. They'd make you a lady.
I do not care to be a lady, Hugh.
I have to do something.
It's really sad that their daughter didn't make it. I was thinking, oh, that's really sad to leave your wife alone with your sick child. She's obviously not going to make it. And the time that you could even get there and try to claim a dragon and then try to make it back for them. Like, your daughter's going to not make it. But she already did die. So it feels somehow even worse to leave now your wife there just by herself after your daughter just died to go on this magical journey to claim the dragon. It's so sad that he can't just take her with him to begin with. So sad. His mother said to him that he was no different from her brother's children. So she was the sister. Conflicted with Alicent. In a lot of scenes, I'm finding it really hard to not just feel bad for her. Even Aegon. I know he was terrible to his brother and kind of just awful and bullied him, but it's really hard to ever feel as if somebody deserves that much pain. He fell from a dragon and half of his face is burnt off and he can't even walk. Those are so many. There was an older lady.
Rizot andaligita. Vetetiri rudax. Oras maestas. Ziris aldriza exio istos taor. Zaldrizesi voskizisi. Il voletir vakejot rakilos taor.
Oh.
I used to think I knew what it was to claim a dragon. I understand now that what I thought I knew is ash in the wind. Perhaps it is blood, or perhaps it's something else. Each of you left behind a life to answer this call. If you survive, you will be transformed. Some of you may welcome the prospect of change. Privation, starvation, war. This is our purpose, to end those hardships. For you, for your kin, for all the realm. With these 2 dragons added to our number, the enemy will have no choice but to give way. Suffering will be ended. The dragon, named Vermithor, is the largest in the world, after Vega. He's called the Bronze Fury. We'll go to him now. Naijot Maziz Vermitos. Who among you would be first? I've nothing more to tell you. It must be the dragon who speaks.
Oh no. Maybe he spares them and he just picks the one he likes.
Your Grace, we must away.
No.
Don't tell me it's actually him. Be the father who lost the daughter at least. Please don't. Please. No. Oh, he deserves him.
Come on!
That was such a good scene, but I feel bad that everybody had to die for it. I was so naive thinking maybe he'll just like hand pluck the person he wants out of there or something, like how gentle Sea Smoke was. Sea Smoke just sought out the person that he wanted, he knew what he wanted, and he... Did he harm? I think he did harm people. Is mud or dragon poop? You gonna wake him up? Oh! Maybe he just stepped in a nest, but he didn't actually step on the egg. The eggs were beside it. You probably can't just step on a dragon egg. It's not that fragile enough to kill it. But he stepped in the nest, which I thought was an insult bad enough that the... Does that mean that the dragon just accepted him because it didn't kill him?
There is great concern that his host is threatened on two fronts. Prince Darren's dragon Tessarion has at last taken to wing. Your brother expects to join the fight soon.
Oh no. No, don't already. Great, you're gonna get the dragon killed. Looks like an old man. No, please, Cthulhu? I had chills, actually. I'm so dumb. Even I didn't realize it was an ambush. If anything, it was also just a power move to say, hey, by the way, you might want to be careful because here are my 3 dragons. Well, I mean, she's already had 1, but 3 at the same time. Yeah, it was about to be an ambush. So good thing he turned around. Even I didn't really see that coming. I was like, oh no, what if he's just going on a joyride with this dragon. I definitely think that Daemon should be with Rhaenyra at some point in the last episode. They've been away from each other this entire season, and I think Daemon's storyline is moving really slow. And a lot of it seems like it's because he's only interested in moving the pieces for his benefit now, where Rhaenyra can join him. That's not what you should be doing. You wanted the crown so bad that you're now even going not against your own brother, but Rhaenyra, who you kind of manipulated and made think that you were on her side and you loved her. And if you truly did, then why are you so desperate for the crown for yourself when even her own father named her as heir? Like, I know that you're really stuck on, well, I deserve it, but then it wouldn't go to Rhaenyra's son anymore. It would only go to your... I don't know, it's just a little weird, and it's a lot less loyal than I expected Daemon to be. I hope that you guys liked this episode. I did. I thought it was more exciting, and I look forward to the next one. And thank you so much for watching and being patient in the last 2 episodes that have been late. I apologize. I'm trying to be better at that, but I do really appreciate sticking around and being loyal and patient. Thank you for watching. Bye.